This is Rugby Merlin and welcome back to the channel. We kick off the November Autumn series with a real good game. Two teams who know each other very well, I think, this year. New Zealand looking to build on and establish their identity, and England looking to fulfill the potential which they've been showing. So I'm very excited to watch this game. There's a bit of dog in both sides. You got Satiti, who I'm interested to see how his development goes. Tupovai, I think, has played very well. For England, Fayoa Bosu, George Martin and Earl, so plenty of dog in both sides. So it should be a good contest. And straight away from the haka, you can see that the players present there's two very good sides. I mean, the personnel that they have to draw from are, top class. So I'm really looking forward to see how this game goes. When it does kick off eventually after the haka, there's aggressive defense from England. And a bit of variation as well. Marcus Smith is playing at 10 and he's always a wild card, and he proved his worth, I think, in this game. But England make good yards and eventually end up getting a penalty to go in front, 3 points to 0. However, as New Zealand do, Satiti, who had a great game, you know what I mean? Arguably New Zealand's man of the match, I think. He gets a good offload. He lingered out wide a lot during the game, but he also did hard work close to the ruck and the maul. So he just had a great all-round game, and I know the New Zealand media are bigging him up a lot, but I think it's well deserved, and he puts in a beautiful offload to Talia, who skins Genge. Rightfully so, and they get over for the first try, and New Zealand go in front 7-3. New Zealand are not firing on all cylinders, but that's understandable in the first game of the tour. However, they do give up a soft penalty, and that was the story of the first half, really. New Zealand did cough up way too many penalties, and that kept England in the match because Marcus Smith had his kicking boots on, and he kicked all of the penalty. I think he was 100% from the mark, so from the tee. England stay in the match, and now it's 7-6, I think. So England's still in it. England are pretty much dominating this first half. Their defense has been really impressive. They're shooting up off the line. It takes a lot of energy to do that. So you're wondering how will they gas out eventually. But in the meantime, they put in some big hits on the New Zealand boys, and I think they're feeling it. But New Zealand are so dangerous. The classic kind of ability to counter-attack is ever present, and there's a little dink over, and New Zealand follow it up, regain the ball, but there's a questionable penalty given against them as they try to kind of get the ball out in England's 22. But that threat of try-scoring ability was ever present, and England did well to contain it for the most part, but dangerous is how I describe New Zealand. England do look to be tiring a little bit, and they, as I said, their defense takes a lot of energy and effort, and they just dips a little bit, and you can visibly kind of see it. The defensive line is not quite as tight, and very simple inside pass. Jordan coming in on the cut from fullback, and he just cuts the what's left of the England defense. To be honest, there wasn't much there, and he gets over for New Zealand's second try. And that's the thing with this New Zealand side; they're very difficult to contain them for the 80 minutes, and England pay the price. And Smith does get a penalty to kind of claw back a little bit of the points difference before the end, of the first half, but it's 9-14, and then gets another penalty as well. So New Zealand's discipline really letting them down. So going into halftime, it's England 12, New Zealand 14. So at halftime, you got to say, pretty simple analysis of the first half. England, they need to score early in the second half. They haven't got a try yet. They need to get a try. They need to cross the whitewash. New Zealand just need to tighten up the discipline. Stop giving away the penalties and allowing England to stay in the match. Pretty straightforward. As I said earlier, this is where I discovered that Cody Taylor went off for the HIA. Instant, apparently the on-field decision was like he got knocked out. I didn't see it when it happened, but yeah, fair enough, I guess, but it's a shame for him, because as I said, he's been having a great season so far. But yeah, it's all to play for now in the second half, and it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out after the halftime break, and also how the substitutes are going to impact the game. So England do come out pretty well, dynamic defense as they did in the first half, but they get a great attacking line out, and it gets turned over, and they set piece creaked a lot in the second half. New Zealand will be very happy with how they competed. So they blew a huge opportunity, I think, with one of their attacking lineouts. But as soon as I wrote that in my notes, Marcus Smith intercepts a ball, runs like 2/3 of the pitch, and then lovely finish, actually. Good hands to finish off the try, and Feo Abusu, who had a good match. I probably would have picked him as man of the match if England had have gone on to seal the deal. But it's 19-14 now to England, and they take the lead, I think, not for the first time, but they get a try on the board, which is what I was hoping they would do at halftime. England do revert to type a little bit, and they go back to their set piece to set piece game, and yeah, they're happy with it, and it's working pretty well for them. But the good thing about England and New Zealand is that they have those X factors. I was so happy to see Barrett playing at 10, I got to be honest, and also Smith for England. They just really do offer something extra in attack and defense, and their creativity is such a good thing to watch. So long may it continue for those guys. I hope they retain their positions, and yeah, it was good to watch New Zealand have another breakout try, but ultimately it's disallowed for deliberate knock-on by Clark, who gets carded for his troubles. Yeah, it was a bit of a shame, really, but yeah, that's the threat that New Zealand pose. They can counter-attack from anywhere. Smith does slot over the penalty, so England extend their lead now, and 22-14. So New Zealand really going to have to pull their finger out to get back in this match. There are lots of subs being brought on, and yeah, England came off the worst for that because the front row substitutions that they made really destroyed their scrum, any stability that they had in the scrum. But that would come to the fore later, really. And yeah, New Zealand are working really hard. And when they go to the pick and go, I think New Zealand really shine. I mean, that's a play that can really increase the tempo, which is when New Zealand are at their best. England just about hold on, but there's a foolish penalty by Ben Earl, no arms tackle, and D-Mac who's on, he slots it, and it's 22-17 now. So this is a very close game, and anything can happen now in this last 20. As I said, the pick and go works well for New Zealand, and the pack seem to start to dominate a little bit the English pack. English pack definitely tiring those guys, George Martin, who had a great game as well. Those guys are big lumps, and they seem to be just taking their foot off the gas a little bit, and New Zealand take advantage. Yeah, the ball goes out to Talia, and he gets another try again. He finishes so well. and now New Zealand actually take the lead, and it's 24-22. So New Zealand have done really well to get to take the lead again in this match, because at a certain point you thought maybe England were gonna pull away, but no chance. And New Zealand show good character, particularly in their pack, to get back in the game and take the lead. However, there's more drama left in this match. ALB, who I'm a big fan of, he gets yellow carded twice in the same phase of play, which was pretty funny. He got a double yellow card, but yeah, he played all right. There's a bit of over enthusiasm, I think, on his part, which he wants to check that. I mean, I know he wants his position. I think he should have it above Ioane, but yeah, a little bit of over exuberance, but lets England back in, and they go for field position, and they're trying to get a drop goal now, just to steal the win, really. But they take forever to line it up, and every phase they put it through, you're thinking a mistake is coming, but they do eventually get it back to Ford, who just slices it and misses the drop kick, and he's famous for his ability as a drop goal artist. He proved it in the World Cup last year, but wasn't to be today. And yeah, New Zealand take the win, 2-point win. What was the final score? 22-24. So yeah, New Zealand, good value for it, I guess, but you know, they weren't at their best, but they still beat a very decent England side, and another missed opportunity for England, very similar to the story in the summer tour when they went down to New Zealand, but this time they were at home, so they expect a little bit more, I think. This England defence is very energy sapping, I think, and their fitness levels are not quite there yet, particularly players like George. And you say he took a knee quite a few times for a bit of a breather, which is a classic move. I did it many times myself when I was playing. But New Zealand, yeah, I'm excited for them, because you had like Roygaard, welcome return, Setiti, and these guys are very, very young. So I think Reza's doing a good job with New Zealand, and what he's doing is he's bringing in through players, and he's establishing his team's identity whilst taking the wins. So that's important for him. I mean, he's beaten England 3 times this year now. Admittedly, not the most dominant performances, but he's getting the wins. So they'll be ecstatic, I think, New Zealand, and you know, to go over to Twickenham's HQ and get a big win like that, they'll be very happy. Again, with the youngsters coming through, not a perfect performance, but yeah, England are gonna have to pick themselves up for the next match. New Zealand, interesting to see if they grow in confidence now, and see what they can do for the rest of this Northern Hemisphere tour. So great match, lots of drama, and thoroughly enjoyed it. So cheers guys for watching, and I'll catch you for the next one. All right, bye bye.